It is Wednesday, May the 12th, and oh, a sad day for Meghan. So sad. Um, the Republicans chose to vote to remove Liz Cheney from her leadership position because she continues to say that the election was fair and that the results were accurate. This is the lowest bar ever. Like, people are calling her a hero. She's no fucking hero. All she's doing is saying, this happened. Because it did. And your party has decided that's not good enough. It's really interesting to me that your reaction was about, people are choosing power over the truth, and recognizing that all of these Republicans are knowingly lying. They don't actually believe the things that they're saying. They don't believe the things that are creating the impetus for how they vote on their own chair people, which I assume that also extends to how they vote on bills. That's the story here. That these Republicans in the federal government are more concerned about perpetuating a lie than they are about governing or doing anything to help anyone. I agree with Joy. Why anyone is a Republican at this point is beyond me, and why anyone would ever vote for one is beyond me. I don't get it. How much more blatant does the Republican Party have to be to say that we don't care about you? We don't want you to be able to vote. We don't want you to have any rights. And we're going to give all the money to the rich people. You lose. And, the whole idea that Liz Cheney could start a third party, in that sense, Meghan, I'm going to agree with you. No, she doesn't have the power to do that. Apparently, there's this movement that they want to be able to. It takes so much money to create a third party. The vast network and mechanisms and machinations and all of the bullshit that supports our stupid two-party system make it really prohibitive to make a third party. Do we think we need one? It would probably help. But right now, Meghan, your party is a disaster. I think it was Jake Tapper who was talking about, should there be, a healthy opposition party? And yes, but that isn't what the Republican Party is. The Republican Party is a mess. And it is, as Sunny said, it's the party of QAnon, Confederates, white supremacists, Nazis, racists. The basket of deplorables that Hillary got pilloried for is correct. That is exactly what the Republican Party is now. That's who they represent. And I just don't see how anyone could go to a polling place and pull the lever or circle the dot or whatever, whichever mechanism, their locality uses to support someone who continues to say that the election was stolen. I read somewhere on the internet that um, this is all because high schools left civics classes to be taught by the JV football coach, which unfortunately may be true. And then you dumb slut, you go and say, "Oh, people care about gas prices." That's not Biden's fault. Shut the fuck up. It's a private company that got hacked, and Whoopi is right. You know, nobody cared about cybersecurity during the Trump administration, but now all of a sudden, ooh, it's a big problem. It is a big problem for the government. This was a private company, and Ron DeSantis can go fuck himself. The vast majority of their gas comes into the ports. They're a fucking peninsula. They don't need a fucking pipeline. And you complaining about, and I don't remember what organization had to do it, but I saw it today that, please don't use plastic bags to pour your gas into. And you wonder why we continue to talk about stupid people. The vast array of idiocy of people filling like big Tupperware bins full of gas. You know what? Like, at some point, when does Darwinism take over and they rule themselves right out? Because that will help a lot of problems in this country. Dumb motherfuckers. And you didn't really have a lot to add today, except you wanted to tell a very personal story. Shocker. About meeting whatever her name is. I think she's from the northern area of New York. And I hope that she doesn't get reelected. Because as rural as that area is, I would hope that it's not that brainwashed, but it could be. Rather than, of course, give any analysis or make any kind of cogent argument, you just tell a personal story about meeting her and thinking she was great. And then you said, it's your own generation of leaders is failing you, which nice admission, because that's true. And then you say, you have more in common with Liz Cheney, and you said she's generations older than you. Liz Cheney is Gen X. That's one generation. She's less than 20 years older than you. You're bad at math. I don't think you paid attention in school. So yeah, sad day for the Meghan. The Republican Party is falling apart. So best of luck, with your career as being a Republican, because it's not looking good for your future right now.